Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Wayne Rooney makes wild Mohamed Salah transfer prediction amid Liverpool struggles. Wayne Rooney has claimed Mohamed Salah could leave Liverpool as early as January because of his poor form at the beginning of the new campaign. Salah has scored 3 goals this season, but 2 have come from the penalty spot. He missed a big chance in Sunday's defeat to Manchester United and his place in the team for games with Eintracht Frankfurt and Brentford this week is not guaranteed. I just think Salah has played a lot of games over the last few years, and he's been the main man, and he's carried that pressure, Rooney said on his BBC podcast. And you're probably in the top 5 great 7 Premier League players, in my opinion. But I think it looked like it may be caught up a little bit with him. It wouldn't surprise me if in January or maybe next summer if he does leave the club. But I've loved watching him. He's such a fantastic player. But I think it's probably just caught up because it does. Sometimes you don't want to admit it, but the next thing you know, you're gone. Traditionally, Salah has tended to start seasons well for Liverpool, with his bad runs coming at the end of campaigns rather than the beginning. This year, though, he and the rest of the Reds' attack hasn't clicked. I think they've got a bit complacent, Rooney said. There's a lot on Salah and Van Dijk and Trent, I think, which took up a lot of energy from a lot of people at Liverpool. And I think they're missing Trent enormously. And I think the new players coming into Liverpool, in my opinion, is not as big as Manchester United. But it's a massive club around the world, and the players they brought in, they're struggling. Jamie Carragher believes that Liverpool might need to take Salah out of the team for some games. I think we're at that stage now, where Mo Salah shouldn't be a guaranteed starter every week, Carragher said on the Gary Neville podcast. I do think this is a real conundrum for the manager going forward. I don't think Salah should be like a Virgil van Dijk, where it's like first name on the team sheet. Liverpool have got 2 away games, in the Champions League at Frankfurt, and then they go to Brentford. I don't think Salah should start both of those games. He should always start at Anfield, because Liverpool will be on top, around the edge of the box, and more often than not, he scores in those situations today. But I do think in the away games and helping your fullback, I don't think Salah should be starting every game right now, certainly away from home, with the form he's in. Liverpool news. Arne Slot branded bitter over Manut fact and Jurgen Klopp's answer. Liverpool's season took an embarrassing hit on Sunday when they were defeated by Manchester United at Anfield, despite Cody Gakpo's second-half equalizer, which came in response to Brian Mbeumo's early goal. Arne Slot's team couldn't secure even a single point. In the final moments of the match, Liverpool's defense faltered again, allowing Harry Maguire to score and secure a 2-1 victory for United. This defeat follows a 2-1 loss to Chelsea before the international break. Prior to that, Liverpool suffered a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Crystal Palace, and their dismal streak also includes a Champions League loss to Galatasaray. For the first time since 2015, Liverpool have lost 4 consecutive matches. Meanwhile, United's triumph at Anfield marks their first win there since 2016, sparking a crisis at the Premier League champions. As the fallout from the United match continues, here's all the latest news from Anfield, including a club legend questioning Alexander Isak, former manager Jurgen Klopp's bombshell interview, and a former Premier League star's thoughts on Slot. Klopp hints at Anfield return. In a surprising turn of events, Klopp has hinted at a possible return to Liverpool, reports the NWA. Speaking on Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO podcast, he suggested that a comeback to Liverpool could be on the cards, having left the club after a 9-year tenure in January 2024. I said I will never coach a team in England again. That means if it's Liverpool. Theoretically, it's possible, Klopp told Bartlett. The legendary boss said, I don't know exactly. I love what I do right now. I don't miss coaching. I do coach now, but just different. I don't miss standing in the rain 2.5 to 3 hours. I don't miss going to press conferences 3 times a week. Having 12 interviews a week, I don't miss that. I don't miss being in the dressing room. I coached something like 1 to 80 games, so I was in a dressing room often. I don't want to die in a dressing room because it's nice, it smells. There might be something. I'm 58. I could make the decision in a few years. I don't know. However, the German manager emphasized that he's thoroughly enjoying his current role with the Red Bull organization as their head of soccer. He said, "Do I have to make the decision today that I will not coach again, but thank God I don't have to? I can just see what the future brings. Now I'm in a project I really love. I like doing what I'm doing right now. In my mind, only if I'm focused 100%, I can do it really good." Slot blasted by ex-Premier League hitman. The Dutch boss has come under fire from former Aston Villa striker Gabby Agbonlahor following his remarks about United's approach in Sunday's loss. Slot suggested it was challenging to face Ruben Amorim's team because of their defensive setup and reliance on direct football comments, seemingly backed up by statistics. As United have attempted 466 long passes so far this season, per Opta, more than any other side. Following the match, Slot remarked, "If you play United, with so many quality players they have, and brought in a few new ones this summer, and if they come to us in a low block, playing so many long balls, then the last thing you would want is going 1-0 down." But the ex-Villa forward wasn't impressed by these honest remarks, even labeling Slot as bitter. He responded, "I think they United played some lovely stuff into Brian Mbeumo, Mateus Cunha, and Mason Mount. Bruno Fernandes was getting on the ball as well. And what do you expect any of them to do when they go into Anfield? They're not going to be open and try and play risky balls." So very odd from Slot. He has got that in him, Arne Slot. He has got a bit of bitterness when he loses. Slot criticism. It's deserved. I mean, 4 losses in a row. Luis Diaz is in the form of his life at Bayern Munich, by the way. He was unbelievable against Dortmund. Then you look at that decision to let him go, and then you spend 115 million on Wirtz. It's not working. That's got to be questioned, and he has to be judged. The money he spent, and it's not working 100%. Isak baffled claims. Liverpool legend, Reds icon, Phil Thompson has raised doubts about Isak's clinical edge in the loss to United and suggested the striker appeared confused throughout the clash. The forward made the switch to Liverpool from Newcastle United for a British record transfer fee of 125 million this summer. Isak has been gradually returning to full fitness after missing the entire preseason period. The Swedish striker has netted once so far this campaign, finding the back of the net in a Carabao Cup victory against Southampton, though he wasted 2 golden opportunities against the Red Devils on Sunday. Discussing Isak's clinical finishing on the Liverpool FC podcast, former Red skipper Thompson remarked, "It has to go across the keeper. It has gone literally straight down his throat. It's helped him, but the Gakpo one, chance that hit the post, is terrific, and I quite agree that he took it early to confuse the keeper who is nowhere near it. That was our luck, and it went Manchester United's way." The former Liverpool assistant manager continued, "Isak had one in the second half when he went forward, and he looked as though his mind was just all muddled of which way to pass. He waited that long, and someone took it off his toes. He could have played Mo Salah in. He could have played it to 2 players the other side, and he was confused with it. That was maybe because his mind was all confused by the way the game was going." Liverpool told Florian Wirtz's biggest problem as Arne Slot advised to change position. Liverpool summer signing. Florian Wirtz has been performing well this season, but those around him are not holding up their side of the bargain. That is the view of former Reds in Germany star Marcus Babbel. I think his biggest problem is that he comes into a team where the key players are not 100% in form, Babbel tells Wide NWA. Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, Alexis Mac Allister, Mo Salah. From the beginning, the team was struggling. They had the results, but they were not playing well. Now it turns, and luck isn't on their side, and they are losing the games, but you could already see the balance isn't there. They concede too many and miss too many chances. For a new player, especially who costs so much money and everyone expects he can do fantastic things, you need players around to help him. At the moment, no one can help him because everyone is struggling. This is a big problem for Wirtz. He was always in the same bubble. Leverkusen is 20 minutes away from Cologne. He played fantastic football, but now he is in a different country and a different style. I came to Liverpool when I was 26, and it was a different style. It was unbelievable how fast, how hard, and how quick it was. Everything is going so quick and you have to learn it. But Wirtz is a top player, so now it is time to bring your performance. It is time to show that it wasn't a mistake from Liverpool, but he needs help from the others. Wirtz has created big chances for the likes of Mohamed Salah in recent games, but they haven't been taken. And so while he is yet to score or assist, that is not wholly his fault. He can play passes that I can't see, Babel says. He brings something magic into the team. He is the guy who has to bring the difference to the other players. He has the skill and he is so intelligent. He is normally the main one for the strikers who just have to put the ball in the goal. But at the moment it is not there. Don't ask me why. Even Jurgen Klopp said, "Don't worry, he will bring his best performance." In the main, Wirtz has played as a number 10 in a 4-2-3-1 system under Arne Slot. Babel, though, believes that he could be unlocked by shifting wider and starting from the left. The best games, he always started from the left side, Babel said. The problem is that the best player from Liverpool at the moment is Cody Gakpo, and he is on the left side. For me, the best games he always started from the left, but then of course he is not a left winger. It is difficult against 2 or 3 players in the midfield to do something special. But this is the problem for Arne Slot. First of all, you think, wow. But it is not easy for a manager to handle all the attacking options. Everyone expects to start in the first team because they are all top offensive players. The problem at the moment is that the balance is not right. They miss too many chances and concede too many goals. So it shows me that even if you have 5 or 6 top players up front, they are not scoring enough goals. This is where they have to work. The balance is not right and the team is not defending or attacking well as a team. Liverpool. Lineup move to sign new right back. Liverpool are now lining up a move to sign a right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Left the club in the summer, and his departure has opened up a major void. Liverpool have tried to fill that void with Jeremy Frimpong, but so far that has been to no avail. Instead, Arne Slot has had to resort to playing Dominik Szoboszlai out of position, choosing the Hungarian midfielder over Frimpong to play as the club's right back. Szoboszlai has done surprisingly well in that role. He's shown he can play in pretty much every position, and has proven to be a very reliable player in the process. However, looking at the bigger picture, the way Frimpong and Connor Bradley has started the season is a bit of a concern. Obviously, for the former, it's early days. He's still getting adjusted to a new team and a new league. For Bradley, injuries have held him back. But on the whole, it doesn't feel like either of the duo is ready to step up into outright first-choice options. Or at the very least, Liverpool need more depth given the injuries they have both suffered. In the long term, Arne Slot cannot rely on Szoboszlai to play the right-back role forever. Sooner or later, he actually needs to play a right-back there. Some options in the club's academy are worth keeping an eye on. DJ Esdail and Lennox Conde are both highly rated. Calvin Ramsey is someone Liverpool have not yet given up on yet. Even though he's now 22 years old, ultimately, it seems as though Liverpool are also considering going back into the market. According to Rousing the Cop, the club is making their first steps in tracking Argentine. Wonder kid Dylan Gorosito, the 19-year-old, has caught the eye of club scouts at the U20 World Cup, where he has 1 goal and 3 assists in 6 appearances for his nation. The report claims Liverpool scouts have been impressed by what they have seen of the right back and will now look to continue to monitor his progress when he returns to Argentina, where he plies his trade for Boca Juniors. Gorosito is quick and very technically gifted. He's not necessarily an overlapping wingback who takes on defenders. He likes to sit deep and control possession for his team. A bit similar in that sense to Alexander-Arnold. He's also a brilliant defender who excels in 1-versus-1 situations and who will win a lot of duels. He has plenty of experience at youth level, and his numbers at the U20 World Cup speak for themselves. However, he's yet to really break through at the ultra-competitive Boca Juniors. Despite already turning 20 years old later this year, he has just 1 appearance for the senior team. That will make it difficult to gauge where his level is at, and even more difficult for him to qualify for a work permit as per the new post-Brexit rules. Nonetheless, Liverpool have made their first steps to sign him with the decision to continue to monitor him. Clearly, they see potential in the youngster, and clearly they're also open to the idea of bringing in another right back. Thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe.